students of standard 10th. Now we are going to see and learn the construction of practice set 4.1, question number 2, and then we will see question number 4. As I told you earlier, question number 2 and question number 4, if you see the name of the triangles, you will see one alphabet is same in both the triangles. So in this case, we have to draw two triangles, one inside another, and because of this reason, since the two triangles are one inside another, there is no need of writing the calculations, okay, or writing the steps of calculations as we showed in the first question and third question. Here we can do the construction of the given triangle first, and then with the help of that we can construct the second triangle. Okay, so we will see now construction of two similar triangles in question number 2. Okay, so question number 2, I'll just read out the question. What is given here? Triangle PQR is similar to triangle LTR. So can you see point R is common in both? Okay, so it means angle R is a common vertex, okay, for, or you can say common origin for both the triangles. So in triangle PQR, PQ is equal to 4.2 centimeter, QR is equal to 5.4 centimeter, PR is 4.8 centimeter. So construct triangle PQR and triangle LTR such that PQ upon LT is equal to 3 upon 4. Okay, so you can see the three sides of triangle PQR is given to us. It means you have to construct triangle PQR first and then triangle LTR will come. Okay, but look at the ratio. Ratio is given here as PQ upon LT equal to 3 upon 4. So this ratio tells us that triangle PQR is a smaller triangle and triangle LTR is a bigger triangle which will come outside it. Okay, so we will start the construction now. So in this case, whichever is the common alphabet. Now here common alphabet in triangle PQR and LTR is which point? Point R. So when you draw the base, point R, we take it on left hand side for our comfort, okay, because we have the habit of drawing angles from the left hand side more easily, right? So I will draw first base QR, okay. You can see point R is there in the name of the side QR also and side PR also, okay, but I will take QR as the base first, okay, and I will draw segment QR of 5.4 centimeter. You can even start with segment PR also, okay, there is no problem in that, but as the name goes PQR, so QR becomes the base which is more easy to understand. So first draw base QR, but before drawing it, see that when you draw the base, okay, below the base you should have minimum 8 to 9 lines, okay, below the base, because you have to draw one ray downwards in this way, okay, how I move the pencil here, this way. So you should have the space of 8 to 9 lines below the base, okay. So first come to QR, base QR. So QR is given how much? 5.4. So I'll first draw base QR of 5.4 centimeter. So R I will write on this side. Okay, this is a common alphabet. No, common point R. So common alphabet I will take on left side and Q will be here. Length of QR is 5.4 centimeter. Okay, now here you saw that the another triangle LTR is bigger than this. By looking at the ratio, you come to know, right? PQ upon LT is 3 upon 4. No, so LT is 4 parts. So triangle LTR is bigger than triangle PQR. So when you draw the base, after drawing base QR, 5.4 you can mark it, but after that please extend the ray. Okay, extend the ray. QR is over here. Mark the 2 points. After that extend the ray because LTR is coming outside the triangle, no, outside this triangle PQR, that's why. Same way now, the other two sides you have to construct. So QR we construct, now PR is left and PQ is left. So PR is how much? 4.8. So measure 4.8 centimeter with the help of this pencil, scale and rounder. 4.8 centimeter you will measure. So PR is 4.8 centimeter. So draw an arc of 4.8 centimeter and check while drawing this arc, see the other side also. PR is 4.8, PQ is 4.2. So 4.2 is smaller than 4.8, right? So please don't take the arc too much above the base. Okay, draw it little below also here, closer to base. Then this is arc of PR. Then the second one is PQ. PQ is how much? 4.2. So 4.2 I will measure again by using rounder and scale and draw arc from point Q. So keep the rounder on point Q, draw arc intersecting the previous arc. So this is point P. Okay, now join. Now as I told you, since LTR triangle is bigger triangle than PQRO, so this base, how you extend this base? Same way, extend this ray PR also. So when you join PR, make it a ray. Extend it up. Okay. So PR is how much? 4.8 centimeter and PQ is 4.2 centimeter. So join PQ also and write 4.2 centimeter. Okay. Now, as I told you, after drawing the triangle whose information is given to us, now you will take the scale, draw a ray below the base. Okay, this is your base QR, right? Or RQ. Above, below this base you will draw a ray. Now for drawing this ray, you don't have to take the protractor and keep this way at point R and draw a ray of any particular angle. Okay, of any particular measurement. This is not required. Just take scale, keep the scale touching this point R and draw a ray. Okay, this way, as you can see, draw a ray of any measurement. Okay, so no need to take any protractor and measure specific degree here and then draw this ray. Just take the scale, keep it on point R. Okay, and by judgment you have this much judgment you should have. Okay, this angle is near about 40 degree. 35-40 is enough. Don't draw very small angle also this way, closer to the base. Okay, or don't draw the ray which is very much big also. Okay, draw this way array. This or this much is also enough. Okay, from point R. Now on this ray which you are drawn, you have to draw arcs. Now see the ratio. Ratio is given how much there? 3/4. So which is the bigger number here? 4. So whichever number is coming as bigger, that much arc you will draw. Okay, on this ray. Okay, so 3:4. So 4 is a bigger number. So you will draw 4 arcs on this ray. Okay, so when you draw this ray, you can name one point here. Okay, or even if you don't, name is understood. Okay, there is no mask reduced for that, right? So take the rounder, keep it on point R, open your round to end distance because you draw 4 arcs. So see that your distance when you take with the rounder, you are able to move it comfortably. Don't take very small distance also. If you take a very small distance, okay, like this way, then the rounder is very difficult to move. Okay, so always take distance near about 1.5, okay, or little bit more or less than that, but don't take very much small 1 cm distance or you are smaller than that. Okay, so take the rounder, open it little bit, okay, and you have to draw 4 arcs, right? So this 4 arcs should be accommodated in this ray. So see that when you draw this ray, it should be bigger enough that the 4 arcs can fit on this. Otherwise again you have to erase the arrow which you are drawn and then extend it out. Okay, so 4 arcs you will draw. So 1 arc from this point R, then this rounder now again without disturbing it, keep on the second arc, this first arc which you are drawn from point R, this second arc, then keep the rounder again on second arc, draw third arc, okay, with the same distance, don't disturb the distance, and then on third arc you will keep the rounder and draw the fourth arc. So this is how you will draw total 4 arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3:4 is the ratio given. So 4 is a bigger number, right? So the bigger number, whatever is the bigger number given in that ratio, that much arcs you will draw, right? And name this arc. Okay, all these 4 arcs you have to name it. So since this is point R, okay, whichever point is over here, the same name you will write at these 4 arcs. So you will write here R1. Okay, write this alphabets closer to the arc. R2. This is R3. And this is R4. Okay, remember this. Now, since triangle PQR which you already drawn, okay, is a smaller triangle, you will draw this ray, one segment from R3. Okay, see the ratio. Ratio is 3:4. So if you are drawn a smaller triangle, then join the smaller arc R3 to this point Q. Okay, always remember, out of these 4 arcs which you are drawn, check at the ratio. Okay, check at the ratio. Ratio is 3:4, right? So since this arc triangle is smaller triangle, PQR is smaller triangle, you will join the third arc to this last point Q. Okay, if this triangle would have been bigger triangle, then you would have joined the fourth arc to this point Q. Okay, always remember this. After drawing these 4 arcs, these 2 arcs you have to take help to join it to this angle here. Okay, so these arcs are required for drawing the second triangle. So you will take pencil scale. See this, can you see this R3 point R3? This point R3 you will join it to point Q. Okay, with pencil scale. And you will do this dotted line. Okay, don't draw small direct a straight line, because we require a triangle which is above the base. Here we require the triangle. We don't require the lower part of the triangle here. So that's why I draw dotted line. Unwanted lines should be shown always in dotted form. So why we have joined R3 to point Q? Why not R4? You understood? Because see the triangle, the name of triangle is PQR, and by looking at the ratio you can see PQR is to LTR triangle ratio is 3:4. So PQR triangle contains 3 parts. So this triangle is smaller, right? So third arc should be joined to the last point. If this triangle would have been bigger, then fourth arc you would have joined to this point Q. Okay, this way. But now since this triangle PQR is smaller triangle, so you will join R3 to point Q. Always this last endpoint only has to be joined. Okay. Now, for getting the second triangle LTR, we have to take help of the next arc, which is R4. So this R4 directly you will not keep the scale and draw a dotted line which is parallel to this line, dotted line. Okay. Many students do this way. They check this dotted line, then they bring the scale here near closer to R4 and draw parallel line. Okay, parallel line is must, but you will not draw with the help of pencil and scale. Otherwise, you will not get any marks in your construction. Okay, please use rounder for drawing this line. So what you will do? Take the rounder, keep it on R3, and again open around to end distance. Okay, this distance, can you see? This distance I can increase or decrease. Okay, take the rounder, keep it on point R3, and take end distance again and draw an arc. Okay, so if I draw this arc by keeping this rounder here and taking this distance, you can see I will get one arc here this way. Okay, now this distance is different for all the students. It is not same. Okay, it may be this also. You can take little lesser, smaller distance also. This way also you can draw an arc. Right? So from R3 only, but R3 only you have to keep the rounder. Okay, and draw this arc this way. Okay, some can take little bigger than this, some can take this, some I have taken this one now. So whatever distance you have taken for drawing this arc, okay, the same rounder without disturbing the distance, now you will keep the rounder on point R4. Okay, and draw the arc. Okay, again I am telling you what I told just now. Take the rounder, keep it on R3, open your rounder to end distance. Okay, end distance you can take this way and draw this arc. Okay, after drawing this arc without disturbing the distance of the rounder, keep it on R4 and draw this second arc which you can see. Okay, now Again, what we'll do, take the rounder, keep the rounder on the first arc which you have drawn. Can you see this first arc? Okay, can you see this arc, this curve part, the first arc which you have drawn. So what I'll do, I'll keep the rounder on this point. Okay, the arc is intersecting this ray over, right? This ray which I have drawn from point R. So keep the rounder on this point here and measure this distance between these two arcs. Okay, can you see when you draw this arc, it is intersecting this dotted line also. Okay, when you draw this arc, this curve arc, can you see this? It is intersecting this dotted line. Okay, so the distance between these two arcs you will measure with the yellow pencil scale. Okay, the arc which you have drawn cuts this ray which you have drawn from R at this point here, and this dotted line also is intersected at this point. Can you see this? Okay, point Q is up here. Don't get confused with this point Q. Point Q is up here. I will erase if you want. Okay, if you want, I will erase this point Q so that it will be more clear. Okay, this point Q. So this arc which you have drawn, right? This arc, that you will measure. Okay, distance between the 2 points of intersection of the arc and the arms of the angle. So this ray, you will take the rounder and keep on the second arc which you have drawn from R4. Okay, this is that arc, right? And cut it. So can you see? Okay, keep this rounder on the second arc which you have drawn and cut the arc, second arc. Okay, can you see this second arc? I have intersected. Okay, so this arc, you will, this point of intersection and this point R4 you will join. Okay, this way you will join. So can you see these two dotted lines? They both are looking parallel. Okay, parallel. If it is not parallel, then your construction will go wrong. Okay, remember that. Now, whatever procedure you followed here, okay, you have drawn the arc, first arc from R3, then the same rounder without distance you kept it on R4 and drawn this arc. Then what you did? Then you took the rounder and measured the distance. Okay, measure the distance between this point of intersection and this point of intersection of the first arc. Okay, you have measured this distance with the help of rounder, and that rounder you kept here on the second arc. Okay, on the second arc you kept, and then you have intersected this arc first. Okay, from this point you intersect the second arc. So this same procedure which you did here, you have to follow at point Q also and at this point also, which you can see touching the base. Okay, so now again take the rounder, keep on point Q, open it to end distance. Okay, take the rounder, keep on point Q, open it to end distance and draw an arc intersecting the arms of the angle PQR. Okay, this arc should intersect the arms of angle PQR. Now same rounder without disturbing the distance, keep it on this point, dotted line, and again draw an arc this way. Now what you did here at the lower part, after drawing these two arcs, what you did, you measure the distance in these two places. No, same way here. You will take the rounder, measure the distance between these two arcs. Okay, the arms of angle PQR intersected at by this arc at this point and this point, right? So we'll measure the distance between these two arcs here, point of intersection. And now you'll keep the rounder at this point, the second arc which you can see on the base. Okay, here, and cut the arc. Okay, when you draw arcs, see that it is little bigger in length. Don't draw very small. It should look curve. Okay, Otherwise, it looks like you have drawn this arc with free hand. So you may not get marks. So now again, what you'll do, take pencil scale, this point of intersection of the arc which you got and the point on the base here where this dotted line is touching the base, right? These two you will join. Okay, match these 2 points first. This point and this point will match. Okay, and join it. Now this is a straight line because this is your required triangle. Okay, so can you see these 2 lines now? They should look parallel to each other. Okay, so now you have to name at these 2 points here and here. But for naming it, you have to look at the correspondence. So check the name of triangle. Triangle P. Okay, check it properly. P I wrote here. So which is the corresponding letter of P in the second triangle? It is L. Okay, so this is point L. Then next one, Q. For Q, which is the corresponding letter in the next triangle? It is T. So T will come here. Okay, this is point T. And the corresponding letter of R in triangle PQR is equal to point R only for triangle LTR. Okay, so this way you should name the triangle according to correspondence. If your naming goes wrong, okay, it is seen that students do this construction correctly. Okay, everything is correct, but while writing these 2 names, no, they don't follow correspondence. Anywhere they look and write the name. So please look at the correspondence for writing these 2 names. Okay, point P is corresponding to point L of the second triangle. So L will come here. Then point Q is corresponding to point T. So here it is Q, you will get T over here. And then point R is common to point R only. So this is how you will draw the triangle PQR similar to triangle LTR one inside another by looking at the ratio. So in this question number 2, PQR was a smaller triangle and LTR was bigger. So whenever this kind of question comes, after drawing the smaller triangle, extend the base and this ray which goes up, that also you extend it so that the triangle LTR will be outside it. Okay, now by looking at this shape, you will draw a rough diagram. Now in that rough diagram, everything should be there. Okay, in your rough diagram, everything should be there. Just I will erase this little part so that I will have space here. Instead of going to next page for drawing a rough diagram. Okay, so show arrow mark here. Now I will take pencil scale and with free hand I will draw this kind of diagram which you can see in fair. Okay, so what you will do? You will draw triangle LTR, draw this base, extend the base also. Then you will draw the lower part of the base. Complete the upper part first. Okay, you will draw this triangle which is parallel. Okay, these 2 rays should look parallel. Name it as L, R, T, and this is P, R, Q. Okay, and lower part of triangle also you just draw the ray, right, and then divide the ray in 4 parts. So can you see this R1? Now this remaining 4 arcs you can draw it by free hand also this way. Okay, so this is point R1, R2, R3 and R4, and now join. So join R3, which you can see dotted line here, same way join R4. So this dotted line should look also parallel to each other. Okay, so this way you will draw a rough diagram after drawing fair diagram here. Okay, so and write the length here 4.8 centimeter. It was PR, right? Then PQ is 4.2 centimeter and this is 5.4 centimeter. This way you will draw your rough diagram. Understood? So this is the construction of question number 2. Now in the similar way you will construct question number 4 also, but there you can see it is check the ratio. Triangle AMT is given similar to triangle AHE, and here point A is common in both. Okay, so point A should be a common vertex. Understood? So when you draw the FAD diagram, point A, okay, whichever base you are taking now, that in that A should be on the left hand side. So I am just reading out the question number 4. Triangle AMT is similar to triangle AHE. In triangle AMT, AM is 6.3, angle TAM is 50 degree, AT is 5.6, and AM upon AH is equal to 7 upon 5. So construct triangle AHE is given here. Okay, construct triangle AHE. But remember always, they have given name of construction of only one triangle AHE. But you have to construct both triangles in both FAD diagram also and in Arab diagram also. Okay. Now as I told you, we'll start with the construction. Here point A is common, so A should be on left side. So either you take AM as the base, or you can take AT also as the base, because there are two segments in which point A is there. So as the name goes, name of triangle is AMT, no? Right? So I will take AM as the base, which is 6.3. And A should be on the left side, remember it. Now, since I am doing this question number 4 on a new page, there is no problem of space here. So when you draw, either remember in exam, either you do this kind of construction, whenever this triangle of similar triangle construction comes, in which one triangle is inside another, in that case, do the construction on a new page. Okay? Otherwise, for drawing rough diagram, there is no space left, it will become very much congested. So construction of similar triangles, two similar triangles which are one inside another, always this kind of question comes, and in that case, always do it on a new page so that you can use the full page for doing construction. So I will draw this now. As you can see, I will draw the FAD diagram first, which is little bit below, okay, half of the page. Okay, below half of the page, you just draw the base so that upper part you can use for a rough diagram. Okay, so I will just draw base AM, which is 6.3 centimeter. So this is 6.3 centimeter, right? AM 6.3 centimeter. Then angle A, angle TAM is given 50 degree, correct? Angle TAM is given 50 degree. So I'll take the protractor and I will draw angle TAM of 50 degree. So this point A. Okay, now as I told you earlier, if you keep the at point A, then point M, this is the other point which is vacant here. Okay, so you will measure from angle from right side. Okay, and that also in increasing order. So increasing order numbers are inner numbers here. Can you see this? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is increasing number. So this way only you will go. And if you keep the product at point M, then your point A is empty here. So in this case, you start measuring from this side. And in that case, you will measure the outside numbers, which is in increasing order, right? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. But now, angle is angle TAM. So I have to keep product at point A. So I'll keep the product at point A. Okay. Angle is given 50 degrees. So can you see in the numbers 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This 50 here. So I'll draw angle TAM of 50 degree. Now as you can see the ratio. Check the ratio. Triangle AMT similar to triangle AHE. In that ratio given is AM upon AH is 7 upon 5. So looking at the ratio, you come to know that triangle AMT is a bigger triangle. So this triangle which you are constructing now is a bigger triangle, and inside this you will have a triangle AHE which is smaller. Okay, so in this case, that's why I told you I didn't extend it the base, which we did in the earlier question. Base we have not extended. Okay, so now come to this here, angle is 50 degree, and this is now the ray which I have drawn from point A. Now I want to mark 80 on this, which is 5.6. So that I will do with rounder. So 80, for drawing 80 on this ray, I will measure 5.6. So measure with the help of scale, pencil, rounder you will take, and 5.6 you will measure. Okay, this is 5.6, and draw an arc. Okay, so this is point T, and length given here is 5.6. Now I will write this 5.6 little bit away from the base. Why? Because, and show this arrow mark. Okay, now this arrow mark can show you freehand also if the line is straight, or take scale and write this way, show arrow mark this way. Okay, and 5.6 you write little away from the base. Even the earlier 6.3 which we wrote, this also you write little bit away from the base, because what happens in this, the name of the second triangle comes, no? So since it is inside, we require space for writing name of triangle here. So that's why, please, I forgot to tell you, please 6.3 erase and show arrow mark this way and write it little bit below 6.3 centimeter and show arrow mark. Okay, so join TM now. So this is your required triangle, two sides and one include angle is given, no? So we can construct a triangle. Now inside this triangle AMT, triangle AHE will come. So for that, what you do, as I told you, first construct the triangle according to the given information. Now take the scale and keep it on point A, touching point A. Okay, from point A you have to draw a ray, which you have done earlier also. Okay, and check the ratio. AM upon AH is given how much? 7/5. So which is the bigger number? 7. So you have to draw 7 arcs, right? So that's why from point A, with scale when you are drawing the ray, see that you are drawing a ray little bit bigger in length. So that's why I told you should have space below the base. Okay, below the base, at least you should have 9 to 10 lines. You can see I have left here this much space below the base. Right? Now, take the rounder. Okay, as I told you, take the rounder. Take a distance this much, near about 1.5 or more than 1, so that you can move your rounder comfortably. Okay, so you'll keep the rounder on point A now.